Hello friends, I am Dr. Parimalsa and I am going to introduce the subject optoelectronics. So here is the optoelectronics and first topic is introduction, generic optoelectrical system and fundamental building blocks. So optoelectronics is all about communication with the help of optics and electronics. So all the data signals which we want to communicate from one point to another point is in physical form like sound wave, video, audio, text, etc. So this forms is being converted from using some source of adaptation like microphone, camera. So using these sources, all this physical form of data source is are being converted into the electronic form. Electronic form is nothing but voltage and current form. So voltage and second current form are digitized into 0 and 1 form. Again it is electronic form only but digital. So once we get this digital electronic data, it has to be modulated on the electronic source. An electronic source is nothing but laser source, and using laser source we modulate the electronic data 10 according to incoming data source 10. Laser source goes on and off, and this laser is transmitted into the optical fiber. Through the optical fiber it goes to long haul kilometers, thousands of kilometers, and at the receiving end it's detected using the detectors, and detector again convert the optical signal into the electronic signal back. So this is the just general overview of optical fiber communication also, but here we are going to understand some even other important concepts, another uh, building blocks and see optical systems also. So we are not using only one laser source. Suppose there are multiple users across a country. So what happens? There are suppose different laser source 1, laser source 2, laser 3, like that, and all are modulated at different wavelengths. Say this is modulated at lambda 1, this is modulated at lambda 2, lambda 3. Modulation means its central wavelength is lambda 1. Around that wavelength only it will be modulated according to the incoming 01 bit. And suppose there are the another laser source, laser n, and its wavelength is lambda n. So all these laser sources must be multiplexed first. So here is one system multiplexer. So each laser source will feed its data into the multiplexer, and this multiplexer will combine the laser light output of all the sources, different sources. Next to that, we transmit this into optical fiber. So this is the symbol for optical fiber, and after optical fiber we are amplifying this. So the signal of amplification is this. So this is nothing but optical fiber stage OF, and this is nothing but amplifier stage, and it is called EDFA, iridium doped fiber amplifier. So after EDFA it goes to fiber link again. So this is the fiber link, and finally it goes to again DMUX. DMUX unit. So here in the DMUX unit it is going to different detectors. So it will go to detector 1, detector 2. So detector which operates at lambda 1, another detector which operates at lambda 2, and like detector which operates at lambda n. So detector detects the incoming, because all are multiplex here, it is demultiplexing, so it's separating out all the wavelength sources into different detectors. So this is the generic optical system, and what are the this is the whole other generic system, and what are the fundamental building blocks? First is the laser source, and inside that there is the modulator, optical modulator also, which we'll study in detail. And the second part is the multiplexer, optical multiplexer. So we are multiplying different laser source, adding different laser source into one, so there must be one physical source, physical device which must do multiplexing of all this. So this multiplexing is again another building block. So optical fiber is another building block. Once the light goes to optical fiber, it must be amplified if the distance is very long. So we are putting the erbium doped fiber amplifier also in between. So this is another building block, and demultiplexer is again another building blocks. So to each building block there is one dedicated hardware system which are called the optoelectronic device, and those are the fundamental building blocks in optoelectronics. And after demultiplexer, each source of wavelength which are carrying the data in the form of light on off will be converted back into the electronic form. So work of detector is nothing but converting optical signal into the equivalent electronic sequence. So let me clean the board. It got cleaned. So here, so what are the building blocks? Let me list. First is laser sources, another is multiplexing, another is optical fiber, another is amplifier, then demultiplexer, detector. So each is having again different parts. Like optical fiber, there are different parts of optical fiber. Like single mode optical fiber, multi-mode optical fiber, step index optical fiber, graded index optical fiber. So these are the different types of optical fiber. We need to study this in optical fiber in detail. So amplifier has again detail and different types. Semiconductor optical amplifier SOA, variable optical amplifier VOA, iridium doped optical amplifier EDFA. So what about laser source and detectors? So these two are made up of semiconductor. You can study about semiconductor in detail, semiconductor physics by different authors. So semiconductor are again different heterostructure or monolithic. Another is heterostructure. Monolithic is like alone silicon or alone germanium is monolithic. And heterostructure, there will be mixture of silicon, germanium, and different materials again. So it's called the heterostructure when we take different semiconductors and mix their properties according to achieve the best quality. It generates the heterostructure. So both of these laser source and detectors are made up of semiconductor, and semiconductor are of different types, monolithic, heterostructure. We will be studying again the property of semiconductor, like electronic property and optical property. So there are so many electronic properties which we study in different semiconductor physics, like its mobility, its drift effect, so many things. Now, we will study here basically optical properties of semiconductor. So there are different optical properties of semiconductor also. Let me count all those. So let me clean this board. Let me try this. And very surprisingly, it works. So semiconductors are being divided in monolithic semiconductor, heterostructure semiconductor, and its optical property will be again different. We will study. Now, what are the heterostructures? It is sometimes silicon, germanium, and silicon. One type of heterostructure, which is a mixture of silicon, germanium, and another silicon. These two are brought together, such as in PN junction. One will be a P type, another will be N type, and the junction will be heterojunction, and the semiconductor will be called heterostructure. Second is its germanium, silicon, germanium, stannous, germanium, silicon, germanium, tin. So another heterostructure. So we will study all the heterostructure and what is the heterojunction in detail, how the heterojunctions are lining up of heterojunctions, and what is the lattice constants. All in detail we will study in the next chapter. And the very fundamental property or process, optical process, are absorption and another is recombination. What are these absorption and recombination? Suppose this is the optical fiber and light is coming in this, or some not optical fiber, say heterostructure, silicon, germanium, light is falling on this. So what will happen? This energy of light will be absorbed by the some bonded electron, and the electron will go from valence ground state to excited state, or valence to free electron level. So electron transit from here to here when it takes the light energy at mu. So the process of transforming the energy of light to the electron of valence band and getting it excited into the conduction band is called the absorption process in optoelectronics. So what is the recombination? It is just opposite. When the electron from the conduction band combines the whole at valence band, it is called recombination, and the energy is released in the form of light at mu. So this is the called the recombination process, and these two processes are very major process. Using this two, many devices are working as a optoelectronic devices, and the most beautiful examples are lasers and detectors. For optical multiplexing, generally people use ring resonator and Mach Zehnder modulator, Mach Zehnder MZ, Mach Zehnder modulator. So these are the concept based on the optical waveguide. So we will study the optical waveguide also in detail, and how optical waveguide avails the property of multiplexing of different laser sources into one. So I think this is a very longer video, so I stop here. Thanks for watching.